Welcome back to Clara's 7-month update. This month, I think by far has been the one with the most things that happened. I mean, obviously when she was newborn, everything was so new, but then this past month, she's just reached so many milestones. It's incredible. There's two main things that I'm really excited to talk about. The first thing is that my little girl is sitting up by herself now. And before she was doing what my doctor or her doctor calls the triangling, where she'd push herself up with one arm and kind of like lean sit. But then on April 24th, just from one day to the next, she was sitting there straight up, not supporting herself with her arms, holding toys, and we're just sitting there and like astonished, and it's incredible to see with what ease they suddenly reach these milestones, and they don't even seem to acknowledge it. Like she was just like, yeah, this is no big deal, I'm sitting up, and we're like, yay. So that happened. Now the other thing that happened is really an extension of something that happened in the previous month. So I already mentioned last month that she was crawling by 6 months, so she was on all four and she started reaching up onto things. Now she was doing this last month, so this month she kind of built on that and she started pulling herself up on things at first. So she was kneeling and then holding herself up on objects. At the same time, last month she was doing this thing where she was doing like the downward facing dog yoga position, where she would like actually stand on her legs as opposed to kneeling. So building on that, she then was pulling herself up on things, and then she would actually stand up. So she would lean over objects, holding herself up. Well, she didn't stop there. My little girl decided to stand up completely, like full on pulling herself upright, standing, unsupported. I filmed the whole thing and I filmed my reaction, so I'm going to show that to you now.
Clara.
I cannot believe what just happened. She just stood up for the very first time. She's too little to do that, but she decided I can stand up now. And everyone's making fun of me because I am absolutely in awe of my little baby, and I think she's growing up too fast because you can stand now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we caught it on camera. This is crazy. 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 So as you can see, like obviously there's a lot of like practicing to be done for her. Tim had decided that day to kind of dangle something over her to entice her to like stand herself up. We don't do that anymore. We did it at one time because obviously we want her spine and her legs to be strong enough to properly stand. But we wanted to see if she can do it. And as you can see in my reaction, it's like, it's a big deal for a mom to see this. Like she's just like reaching these milestones so quickly, and it's astonishing and it's amazing, but it's also kind of like, these are the things you kind of look forward to, and they're just like happening so fast. So it was kind of almost this bittersweet moment of like, oh my God, and now it's already happened. Like it's already in the past. Like this is a first she's accomplished. She won't be able to do this for the first time ever again, right? Like she's so much practicing to do, and to like stand up by herself without being on someone and stuff. But I don't know, it was just a pretty incredible thing to be there for. Other than that, there has been a bunch of firsts other than sitting up and standing up, if you can believe it. As you can possibly see from the background, I'm not in our usual spot. I'm not in her nursery right now. We're on vacation, and that means that we took Clara on her very first flight. Now, this was an intimidating experience before it happened, but then while we were flying with her, it was actually such a breeze. And I vlogged the whole day, so if you want to see our travel day, I'll put it up in the cards for you so you can check it out. But essentially what happened is we took her on 2 flights. In between flights, we had to switch airports. And then we actually had to take a water capsule, a little boat, from the island where we landed to the island where we are at now. So since then, she's not only flown for the first time, she's also been on little boats quite a few times now. Now again, another first since we came here is that she has been in the pool swimming for the very first time. She'd never gone swimming before, so this was the first time of her swimming. And again, I filmed it all, of course, so I'll put that in the cards too. And then if that's not enough, not only did she swim in the pool, we also took her in the ocean. And this little girl loves to be in the water, which makes me so happy because I love to be in the water. And it's great because we can just spend so much time there, and she enjoys it, and it's amazing, especially like we're in Panama right now and it's warm, so it's a great way to cool off. It makes me really happy. The next thing that has happened while we're here on vacation is something that we started practicing still back home in Canada. And that is, we would always wave to her hello and goodbye because we wanted her to learn to wave. Well, again, like she suddenly started waving as well. Now she doesn't exactly like wave back or wave in specific moments. Like she hasn't really made the connection as to when to wave, but she will wave at us, and when we wave back, it makes her so happy. Now the funny thing is she will wave in very random moments, and we're kind of thinking that maybe like she waves at things because she wants them. So she'll like randomly wave at objects, or she waves at dogs and such. So it's just really, really cute. It makes me so happy because, of course, like babies learn social interactions by copying us, right? Like her facial expressions and all that. And waving is no difference. But it's just so cute because it's just one more way she's communicating with us. And it melts my heart when she waves back at me. It's just so sweet, so sweet. She's also practicing her noises. So she kind of tends to discover a new noise, and then she practices for a while. So like once she's figured out a new noise, she will do that like kind of consistently for a few days, or maybe even a week, and she kind of like really practices it. Now, one of the noises that she's done in the past one is this kind of coughing noise. We think maybe it's because Tim was coughing for a while and she was copying him. Like she wasn't sick, but she'd just make this noise like it was a bit strange, but she did this for like a week and a half or something. It amused Tim and my dad so much. I'm kind of happy we're back to the cute, adorable baby noises now, but yeah, it's an accomplishment, I guess. In terms of sleeping, she sleeps really well through the night, and she also sleeps very regular. So we have a pretty regular bedtime of 7:30, and then she sleeps till 6 most days, and she goes down pretty easily. She sleeps through the night. Every once in a while she'll like be up in the middle of the night and I have to change a diaper or something like that, but for the most part she just sleeps through, no problem. It's so easy now. Like we still co-sleep with her, so she I go to bed with her. Actually, I'll just read or work on my laptop while she sleeps in bed next to me, but it's just very easy. Like we haven't had a hard time. Her napping has also kind of changed a little bit. She naps less, and she does one really long nap midday that usually lasts like something like 2 hours at least. And then she does pretty regularly her morning nap about 2 hours after she woke up. So usually around 8, sometimes around 9, that she does like a morning nap, and that one is like, you know, something around 45 minutes. And then she does her long midday nap for the most part. Like obviously it's not like, you know, not nailed down as a rule, but for the most part that's what we can expect. And then she does one afternoon nap, and then she goes to bed. So sleeping with her it's a non-issue. It's just very easy, came very natural. We never did any sleep training, and I might do a video on that as well. But yeah, so sleeping goes really well. She's also gotten her second tooth, so we're currently calling her our two-toothed monster, which is kind of funny. So she's looking pretty cute because she got the bottom tooth here and the top tooth right above it, so it just looks really adorable. And then last but not least, we had her 6 months checkup this past month, and in addition to the normal 6 months vaccines, we actually chose to get her vaccinated early with the MMR vaccine. Now, this is controversial for some people. For us, ended up being a pretty easy decision. We talked to our family doctor as well as her pediatrician, and because there is measles outbreaks nearby where we live, as well as we were traveling through some major international airports, we decided to go with the MMR vaccine at 6 months, which has been tested as well, and the CDC actually recommends it for traveling. So we chose to have her get the MMR vaccine at 6 months, and that just means she essentially gets 1 extra dose of it. So she gets it at 6 months, and she, just like any other baby, gets it at 1 month and the booster later on. So that's really all for our update. It's been some major things that happened in the past month, and I'm really condensing it for this update. It's just been incredible. Like I just love being a mom and experiencing all of this, and I hope she'll enjoy looking back at this and seeing all these videos and being able to appreciate how amazing she is. Like, I know every mom says it about their child, but I'm just so proud. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. We will see you again in a month for her 8 months update, and until then I hope you like the vlogs. Bye guys.